Suppose you lost 50K yesterday. Would you have take a break from trading? What I mean to ask is, do you deal like how do you deal with it if you go through a series of losing streak? No, just look for like a trade that gives you like 150 pips. Like, no, I'm kidding. Like what I'll do probably is I come back to the charts the next day and be like, okay, well, I turned 100K into 90K. What did I do to turn 100K to 90K? Then I'm like, okay, well, the entire time when I was in that process of this account, I had one strategy. Not one strategy, but we had one trading style basically, right? It's never changed yet. And I was just like, again, we're just catching 10 pips, right? So guess what I'll do? I'll come back to the charts the next day and do the exact thing I did the day before, right? But there's no change. Like that trade wouldn't have had any effect on me or the account. Like the account would have been down like 4%, but like what's 4% compared to 700%, right? Like what got me to 700% in the first place? So whenever like you're on losing streaks, ask yourself like, why are you here in the first place? What got you here in the first place, right? One trade isn't gonna change that. It shouldn't change that for you. You know what I mean? Like one trade shouldn't be the determined factor to determine whether or not your strategy is profitable or not, right? If you've been profitable for like let's say 12 months, and then you have one day where you lose trades, you're not gonna go ahead and bet against the 12 months versus one losing day, right? It's like, I don't know, it's like what I realized after yesterday though is that like, especially the RR stuff, it's like people want to be profitable, right? But they want to be profitable in their own way. So no matter what the other person says to them, like no matter what I say with the way I trade and the way I deal with things, like in terms of RR, risk to reward, and how we like lose this and make this only, like, and like whenever I tell people like, yo, literally like that's literally what I do to become profitable, people don't want to hear it, but they'd rather hear how to be profitable in their own sort of way. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to, like, they want to hear what they want to hear, if that makes sense. And typically what they want to hear is 85% of the other shit the other gurus tell them, right? But I'm just here like, bro, like, I don't know, like I've been there as well. It's just, for me, like this is what worked best for me. Reddit in history, it's all over. Yeah, let's do this though. Yeah, but it's not, I don't know, it's not even about like losing streaks or winning streaks, no matter what it is, like I'm telling you right now though, once you get deep enough, I guess, in trading, once you get to that point, you're gonna understand that winning streaks also aren't good for you as well. So that's why I don't really pay attention to really winning or losing. I just pay attention on getting better, and getting better for me isn't about making more money or taking more trades. Getting better for me is having a better understanding of my trades. So when I came back from Florida, like before I left for Florida, what was my balance, chat? 840. I came back from Florida, my balance was 870, right? It wasn't that much of a difference. So I'm telling you, like, it wasn't about the money that made me love trading again. It was the fact that I know myself that I have a way better understanding of the charts now than I did before I left for Florida, because I did a lot of homework in Florida in terms of just, again, I have my in-person, a little refresher. On top of all that, I've had some plays that I sort of sample size and we actually took live. So like this, again, like that's what I'll say makes you a better trader, right? It shouldn't be determined by your profits, because that changes over time, right? You're forever a student. It doesn't matter. You make, like, okay, cool. For instance, yesterday we're in drawn for 50K, bro. There's gonna be a time where I'll be in drawn for 200K at one point. I'm gonna get there, right? So why would I stress about 50K in drawdown? the good thing is that I built my way up to that drawdown. You know what I mean? I didn't go from like never being in drawdown or only being $10 in drawdown compared to 50K in drawdown. Like to be 50K in drawdown, I had to reach different levels of drawdown. I made my way up from like, let's say $500 drawdown to eventually $1,000 drawdown to $5,000 drawdown, and then, you know, 10, and then 20, 30, 40, 50. Like that wasn't the first time, you know, I almost lost 50K. I lost 50K before, right? So yeah, but it's not like I'm going from like, you know, literally zero to like 50K, right? If that was the case, then yeah, I'd be shitting my pants, because I had no experience losing that. Like, I don't know what the possibilities could be, but once you have that experience and you understand yourself as a trader, you understand, you know, what this long game of trading comes with, you understand that this isn't the last time you'll see that. You're gonna see that times 3, times 4 in the next 3-4 years, or the next year even, who knows, right? And same with the profits. Like, there's a reason, like, you know, when I made 100K a day, I was like, okay, cool, 100K a day, right? But again, I made my way up towards 100K a day in the first place, right? I had like 20K days, 50K days, 60K days, and then I had 100K a day, right? And 100K a day is gonna be, who knows, might be a million day later down the road, right? I'm just again, it's just, once you have the skill, all that matters, or all that changes really, is your account size over time. So that's why, you know, I'm not stressed, because I've been there so many times. I've seen, like, because I've never taken a break, right, in trading, like, ever, like, since I first started, never. So I've seen all my pullbacks, I've seen all my rough weeks, all my rough days, and I know I'm accepting the fact that as a trader, you're forever gonna have those rough weeks eventually, right? Like, there's months where we don't lose, right? But then there's also weeks where it's very rough for us. We're just like, okay, so be it. Come back the next week, do as we did the week before, and hopefully the outcome changes off of probabilities, because that's all you could really control. And then, you know, you kind of build your way up, and then on your way, building your way back up, you learn a couple things, and that's what makes you better, right? As a trader. Like, chat, trust me, bro. Like, I do it publicly, right? So on top of me having bad weeks or rough weeks, I have people just like sending like death threats and shit at me for having rough weeks, right? It happens all the time. So like, I'm used to it now. Like, I've overcome those weeks so many times already, like a good handful of times since I started this journey. And every time I came back better, right? Like, I think the last time I had a rough week was maybe like May, June, like somewhere in June, probably June, maybe beginning of July, right? That was when it was a little rough for us, right? But it was rough, like, you know, that was like, I'll say one of my roughest weeks since like in like the last 3 years. But guess what? Came back from it, right? And it's gonna happen again. Might be in the next couple of weeks, might not. Like, I don't know. But you have to accept the fact that you're gonna have those weeks, and you have to be okay with it. Because if you don't accept it and you're not okay with it, then you're not born to be a trader. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen for you, because you think it's one just ride up. It's not. It's one ride up. But if you zoom in, you scale it on a smaller time frame, it's gonna be some roller coasters, right? Like, you might see the daily candle, the daily candles here, right, just continue to pop down. Or let's say like this, continue to pop up, right? So you might see like these candles pop up, but I can guarantee you, you go down to a smaller time frame, and you're gonna see some pullbacks. And you see that, you have some pullbacks, right? And this is what people pay attention to. But if you just zoom out and you look at this, you're like, okay, well, yeah, my life's bullish. You're chilling.